I would like to call this meeting of the Board of Public Safety to order. And first, I'd like to ask for approval of the consent agenda, which this morning includes approval of the minutes from the April 16th meeting, approval of claims from that meeting, and the approval of payroll from 4/17 to 5/1.
So moved.
Is there any objection to the approving of that consent agenda, or anyone would like to remove anything from that agenda? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion passed. Does any member, well, excuse me, let me move on to my notes. At this point, we'll move on to the police department business.
And this is the May of 2026 statistical report. Generally following the same pattern. We are just a little bit below call volume from last year. Again, it's a cyclical thing. It could accelerate very quickly during the summer, so I kind of leave you with where it is. It just is what it is. Same for crime totals. If you'll notice, year to date versus previous years, it's trending down a little bit, but again, not by any substantial margins, just as of yet. Traffic stops flatlined a little bit, but again, we've got a lot of things going on right now, so that's probably accounting for most of that. Calls involving weapons continue to decrease, which is a good thing. The officers are working very diligently to make sure that we're interdicting those before they get, violent, and they've had a good deal of success with that. As you notice, a precipitous drop from 2024 to where we are today. Adult arrests were up in April, even from last year. Juvenile arrests were down by 1, so statistically, it's not the end of a hate crime reporting period just yet. We'll get that in July to you. And our generalized chart, which stays the same month to month. Disturbance, intoxication, and vandalism. Training hours, we had 619 and a half this month. 72 officers completed a mandatory spring qualification for their handgun. 11 officers completed on a half hour of operating while intoxicated investigation training. 22 officers completed 21 hours of annual in-service training. 2 officers completed the 40 hours of instructor development. 1 officer completed 4 hours of drone training. And our specialty units, as you see listed, had their training days throughout the month. Community engagement events, there were 11 with 35 hours involved. 9 people took place in those. You can see some of those there on the left. Drug Take Back Day, Parks and Rec Child Expo, Coffee with the Cop, DR Outreach, Child Seat Education, and Forever Friends. We have the annual Pack-A-Cruiser with Hoosier Hills Food Bank coming up on the 30th. And Sarah, where's that going to be at?
The Clear Creek Kroger.
So we'll be sitting down there, see how much stuff we can push into it. Social workers had 247 referrals this month, 375 contacts. I'll allow you to read through the list, but basically highlighted of continuing to work with casework for families and housing instabilities. They've been getting some folks with connected to power of attorney. That was a process for them. Conducted some intern interviews and selected a candidate for this coming school year. Assisted family with juvenile getting connected with a psychiatrist and some family law legal assistance. The OR specialist downtown assisted people with a lease signing, moving into a new apartment, support a client during an emergency room visit, and also got some clients in contact with Stride. A note to Chief Dekoff for thanks for supporting CASA and the children of the community. Not sure what this one is.
That was the
we
Sarah
included
and I we donated like some trinkets, badge stickers, things like that to an elementary school for a
There's
It is
they're
Highland
doing
Park.
a reading club during the summer, and they're giving goodie bags to all the kids during the reading club. So they asked a bunch of community organizations to contribute something for those goodie bags.
But do we know what the rare cat is?
I don't know. It looks very rare though.
Never seen one before.
I want you to Forever Friends. You can probably find it at the Monroe
That's
County
right.
Humane Association. And we're here.
General business.
Yeah, general business.
General business.
Good. You have any?
I don't.
Really, we have none. Then we'll move to personnel issues.
We currently have 91 sworn members of the police department. We have 4 new officers that are all sworn officers already that the board has already approved that will start next Tuesday, the day after Memorial Day. So that'll bring us up to 95. And then I'm seeking the board's approval today for applicant Olivia Cross, who was the board approved for a conditional maybe last month. We have all of her psych and medical reports back, and so I'm seeking the board's approval to move her forward to the final stage of the process, which would then be approval by the local pension board and the state pension fund.
And would you seek that approval now?
Yes, please.
Thank you, Barbara. There's been a motion
I'll second.
and a second to approve the offer of employment to Olivia Chase. Cross, excuse me. All in favor? Aye. Opposed, the same. Motion passes. Congratulations to her. And
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
And that'll bring your cake up to,
Olivia would bring us to 96, and then I intend to host an open process either June or the 1st of July, which would theoretically, hopefully, fill our 9 remaining open spots with an entirely open process. We have had a lot of interest. I was kind of waiting on the contract to be voted on, which was approved by the officers. So that'll give me an idea of kind of where the salaries will be next year. And so when I reach out to potential applicants, I have an idea of what we're going to be offering for the next 4 years.
4, or you? Are they
Our
doing
contract
2?
is 4.
Oh, okay.
Thank you very much. No purchases?
No, you'll see purchases, again, the familiar, you'll see some large purchases for vehicles and for outfitting those. If you haven't seen yet, will start coming through. That's quite a bit of money, but again, that's needed, something we have to do every year. It's the annual replacement cycles. And then we move to the ARB deployment report. We had one during this reporting period down on South Rogers to help extract an individual within a mental crisis that was armed. So that went on for a bit. The ARB played a role in it with lighting and cover and things like that.
Thank you very much. Moving on to the fire.
Okay. So year-to-date, we're at 2,141 calls for service. For the month of May, we had 33 fire calls, 219 medical, 38 hazardous conditions, service calls 102, rescue 10, non-emergency, and this is a lot of times where our false alarms was 129, and other, and this was 2 of those. They were both police assist calls with their other. So for the month of May, we're about 7.5% increase in the past 5 years for the month of May. IU, 77 runs to campus, which is about 14% of the month's runs. 5 years ago, we only had 43 runs to campus in the month of April. Okay, so again, these are April stats. I keep saying May because it's heat map for where we've gone, and you can see the up off the bypass, Greek Row is where we were quite a bit during the month of April. No surprise, and downtown, of course. For prevention, the inspectors are at 14% of their overall inspection goal, and we have their 305 is their outreach for the month of April. Year to date is 1303. So we started tracking that in May of last year. So soon we'll have a year's worth of data on that particular data set. And you said we are at 42% of our goal for smoke detector installations. Our goal is 100. So and we can anticipate our school visits going up during the month of May. So you should see that because May is a lot of end of school egg drop type science projects. The kids like to make a little science project, put an egg in it, and then we drop it from the aerial or a ladder, and they like to see which one of their contraptions actually survived the fall. So, but Ellettsville's aerial has been down, and Monroe, we've been assisting Monroe as well. So our school visits are going to be up and beyond just. So there's the 14% of the inspections. Training hours. So our year to date, we were at 40% of our goal. Our goal is 42,000 for the year, which again is roughly 30 to 35 hours per month per member. So you can see that in April we went to large, 19 people went to the Fire Department Instructors Conference in Indianapolis. We began our Recruit Academy with 3 new hires. It is a joint academy with Monroe Fire Protection District, so they had 6, I believe. So technical rescue is continuing. Goldshift puts on a Tech Tuesday, and Lieutenant Hudson, Chauffeur Johnson head that up. And then officer development training, instructor hours. So, mobile integrated health, 19 car installations for the month, 43 year to date. We saw 17 agencies that were assisting the new referrals. So, and those are groups like Area 10, Habitat for Humanity, Hospice, other ones. But we had the child passenger safety technician course, so we have 3 new technicians, and we had some BPD members in that class as well. So advocated for a patient who had missed their morning appointments, and so dialysis was ready to just, boot them, and they advocated, say, let's just change your appointment time, and he's been compliant since he's got a more time that's more conducive to his schedule. So first aid events at 4 community events. We had the team present at a national MIH conference in Chicago, and now we have another new referral that has a wheelchair and primary care. Any questions with anything so far? All right. This is a brownie troop. So myself and one of the MIHs, we worked with the brownies from Fairview at Station 1, and they got a merit badge for safety after that. For general business, we recently signed an MOU with HMIS. No cost was involved, otherwise we would have been asking for permission, but no cost. HMIS is the Homeless Management Information System that is going through the Indiana Housing and Community Development Authority, and they are looking to collect and maintain information on characteristics and service needs of clients to better determine the use and effectiveness of services being provided to the homeless population in the state. So that is it's good to be a part of that. Personnel issues. We have 2 on light duty, 1 off on FMLA, and intermittent parental leave, we have 8. And then did our public acknowledgements. And then for our financial, the training and logistics building on South Walnut is on track to be open in September. So we do that.
Thank you very much.
Oh, sorry, I should have said.
I wasn't sure, but
I have a tendency to,
I took that long pause as indicating this is the end.
But it was sad you had to intervene to get somebody to have their treatment in the afternoon, and otherwise
Yeah.
they would have died, I'm assuming.
Well, yeah, and sometimes people they just don't know that they have that option.
People don't speak out.
Yeah.
Is the opening still set for September 11th?
Hmm?
Is the opening still set for September 11th?
That is still our target date. So we have, right now, the lease building, we're looking at how do we exit that lease, because it's a month-to-month lease, the moving and getting all that situated so we can move in, and I don't know that it will be up and ready and operational on the 11th, but
That works. It's a good
we
day.
will have a
It's
big
good
open
day,
house. Yeah, we'll have there certainly will be an open house for it.
Call for old business? Hearing none, new business. I want my quarterback from the meter I put out.
I think you just get 12 and a half cents back.
Just a quick question. I'd like to ask about the Coffee with a Cop program. How does one get involved or invited to that?
Sarah?
It's Target that puts it on
Mhm.
normally. I don't know where they share it. I think they just kind of put up a table, and it's just, if you're there, you can come approach us and talk to us.
Can they have a published schedule somewhere?
They don't, and they don't really have a schedule to begin with. They just kind of send me a text whenever they're thinking about having one. It's kind of disorganized, but I don't know if they're wanting to make that a more regular thing. I think at one point we were hosting them, but we haven't done that for.
Local businesses used to host, and we would go, but yeah.
Yeah, these are very informal. Target throws them together kind of at the last minute, but I can reach out to them and see if they're interested in making it a
Just
more
curious.
regular.
Just curious.
Is it in the Starbucks area?
Yeah.
So that's pretty small.
Yeah.
How's the new police department coming along?
I will refer you to the chief of the administration for that. There have been challenges, and there continue to be challenges. I think at this point, it's safe to say that we're gonna effort several different scenarios and see which pans out best for us. I mean, not trying to sidestep the question, it's just a question right now, everything's up in the air,
Yeah,
so.
because I drive past that building and I'm like, wonder when it's gonna start.
So do we. There's a lot of due diligence that has to be done behind the scenes. I mean, as you know, with any construction project of that size and scope,
Yeah.
you don't want to make a mistake, because those mistakes have a lot of zeros behind them.
Mhm.
So I think we're still in that due diligence phase, making sure that not only is the site appropriate, is the structure appropriate, and if it's not, what's the secondary or tertiary plan behind that?
Mhm.
We're looking to build essentially a 50-year building, so it's not going to happen quickly, but I will assure you that it's going to happen right, because we're going to take our time and do it correctly, as opposed to,
Mhm.
rushing something and missing something that 10, 15 years from now has got significant zeros
Yeah.
behind it.
That's right.
So,
50 years doesn't sound long enough. And we have, like my house is more than 100 years old, but we're tearing down buildings that were built when I was in school. You know?
absolutely.
Yeah,
But
which is
again,
not that long.
we also have to try and project forward as to what does the city look like
Yeah.
in 50 years, what's the population base, what's the service requirements.
Okay.
And if nothing else, you have to create a building with open architecture, because you don't know what your electronic needs are going to be, you don't know what your fiber needs are going to be, and any other technology. You're literally trying to see into the future.
Yeah.
So when you construct something like that, you've got to get your crystal ball and go, I think X, Y, and Z.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Any other old business? Hearing none, do we have any guests or any comment online from visitors online?
Let's see.
All right. Well, then I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second? Second. We are adjourned. Thank you very much.